Hey guys, welcome back to another video here, Paige here, and today we'll be marking a brand new series on the channel, possibly, where I talk about a certain history about certain favorite characters of mine, and throughout many other fandoms, such as like Godzilla, Gamera, many types of horror, that type of thing. And today, we are doing the one and only Gamera today. And after this, we'll continue down the line of my favorite kaiju. And we're going straight into horror after this. Possibly. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Gamera is a rival by Dice Studios to sort of rival Godzilla and any other kaiju, and such from Toho and any other company that was possibly making, giant monster movies. Yes, he was created in 1965, or more likely his first movie was released in 1965, a good 11 years after the first Godzilla film. Gamera, of course, like every other kaiju, besides a Mothra, was this like big scary threat that will destroy a city. Yeah, and Gamera, of course, was somewhat of a threat in this movie, like almost every single other kaiju before him. And of course, this is the first movie that sort of marks in the Show era his brand name, if you want to say that. Gamera, the friend of children. Gamera and Godzilla, of course, being rivals, they sort of one of course will outshine the other. And of course, Godzilla, of course, obviously outshined Gamera in many different ways. Yes, and when the two sort of went into their Showa era, or more likely help my dad out with the eras, the Goofy era of kaiju. Gamera, of course, done a lot more goofy and more outlandish stuff than Godzilla did in this era. And of course, there's like many planets that he went to, fighting knife monsters, fighting like a giant octopus-looking thing, and you name it. And up around like a good 9-ish years, Gamera was considered more of a laughingstock compared to Godzilla, and more like a annoying younger brother that nobody likes, pretty much. And of course, Gamera went into sort of like a hibernation of his movies, some sort. Meanwhile, Godzilla continued making some videos. Not videos, like movies. I'm sorry. Yeah. And around almost 20 or 30 years later, in 1995, Gamera came back into the scene with his Heisei era, which is convenient because this is the same year that Godzilla was leaving his Heisei era and such. And of course, this movie, sort of like the first movie of this trilogy, sort of like helped redeem Gamera in a sense of being more serious, being not that, not the friend of children, more of the guardian of the universe. The only connection with the kid thing was him and the gem girl. And so they're here, and from like the kid connection with like the whole priest and priestess thing from what I heard they read each other's minds and such, and get each other's, per se, injuries, and of course, like the second movie, it was like not that good, but good nonetheless. Yes, I think like each movie just got better and better out of the trilogy. And of course, the Gauss is the only, say, nemesis carried on from the show era of Gamera. Just a show. And of course, Gamera fought powerful villains in his Heisei era, like Godzilla done. And you got the Gauss in the first, Mother Legion, and Iris. And when we exit his Heisei era in 1999, when Godzilla was getting back into his Millennium era, and Gamera took a 7-year break till he came back with Gamera the Brave. And I know it's like not the best movie out there of Gamera, but it's like better than the show era at least. And of course, I agree the fighting isn't all that good, but I found it entertaining enough, because I pretty much enjoyed the more grounded experience with Toto and the boy. And the Gamera the Brave sort of going back into the roots of being a friend to children. And of course, I might be biased because I'm a kid to myself, pretty much. So yeah. And this isn't the end of Gamera. Pretty much, like in 2015, there was like a trailer, like pretty much. And it looks pretty damn awesome. I really want to see the movie. And because of course, like Gamera 2015 is the thing, and I'm saying a movie better released in 2025 to mark his like 60th anniversary. I mean, like how Gamera Gamera the Guardian of the Universe marked his 30th anniversary. Yeah, so yeah, this is sort of like a little talk about of the Gamera timeline, and such, sort of like a more of a reboot of my other Gamera history video that I did like a few months ago, because it's pretty good with like the voiceover and the editing and such, but I don't really find that. So yeah, this is a little longer reboot, so hope you all enjoyed. And my friends, see you later.